Welcome to the Free Spirit Life podcast. This is episode 6. Hey everyone, how are you today? I'm Shannon, Kinney-Duh, creator of this space. I'm also a holistic life coach, yoga teacher, artist, mom to 3 boys, and I'm constantly fumbling and tripping over my life. And here I am back at you with another show. Before we get into the topic today, we're talking about contentment. We're going to talk about 3 areas of focus, really, that we can explore very simply in our life that will ultimately help us feel more grounded, help us feel more connected to what matters most in life and to the people around us, and what makes us feel more contentment. And before we get right into that, I just wanted to share that I came back this weekend. I went on a long 4-day weekend to visit my best friend in California. She lives in Laguna Niguel, which is kind of Laguna Beach, Newport Beach area. And for 4 full days and 3 nights, I stepped out of my life and was dropped into beautiful, sunny California, the beach, the ocean waves, and really ultimately just slowing down. She gave me the gift of getting to go at our own pace. And man, I haven't done that in a very, very, very long time. So I feel completely like I've pressed the reset button. And I encourage you to do the same. If you can't go away on a trip, there are ways that you can reset in your own life, in your own day, because we're constantly going and we get caught up in that rush, fast-paced life and being responsible for everyone. I think that's what the greatest gift of going on vacation for me is just not having to be responsible for anyone. There was no puppy to take care of. There were no kids to take care of. It was simply me. And honestly, it felt like time stopped at some points because the days felt longer. I got to just sleep in, have coffee on the back deck. We went paddleboarding for the first time in the ocean, collected seashells, just had my feet in the sand, just the simple things that for me anyway, just remind me that, oh my gosh, life is awesome and that I can come back now, and I'm sure going to have, hard days, but I feel energized. I feel rebooted to step back into my life. So I hope you can do that for yourself. I was talking to a friend before I went who said she's never really done that. She's, cool with girls' night out, but she's never gone away for more than a day or 2. And I didn't start doing that until my oldest was 8 years old. But for those of you who are moms, truly, you can go out to girls' night, and I think that's wonderful, and you have to do that for yourself. But when you step outside of your life for at least a day, a night, a couple days at least, because it takes a while just to decompress, to just to just step back into your own body. And it really made me realize how tired I've been. Because when you keep going and going and going and then you sit for a while, it's harder to get back up. It was kind of like that. I realized how tired and how much sleep I needed, and I had to just kind of catch up on sleep. And it was fabulous. And not only that, but I also see another thing that really energized me is trying something new. Every day we would try a new place, or we decided we would try some new activity. And the paddleboarding I'd never done before, and it was so much fun. We were in the bay, but you could see the ocean. There were all these beautiful boats around, sailboats and people on kayaks, and it was so invigorating. And it's just good. It's good to do these things, to be a little adventurous, to step outside your comfort zone, but also just to do something different. So if that is what I leave you with today, go do something different today. Go to that place that you've always wanted to try, that new coffee shop that you drive by all the time, but never, make a point to stop. Go and do something today that's different. Step outside of your life and try that thing that you've always wanted to do, because really it's energizing. Even if it feels a little scary, it's so, so important to do that. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm back into my life, and I am excited because my Live Freely Circle starts this Monday for October. So if you're listening to this now and you're thinking about joining us, what are you waiting for? It's $30 for the month. And you get the opportunity to find peace of mind again. Really, it is an energizing recharge, reset button. It's like your own soul care or maintenance program for your soul is what I like to call it, because we focus on how to cope with the stress of daily life. That's really what it's about. And we, instead of always looking out there for the answers, we focus on within. So we learn how to observe our thoughts. We learn how to listen to the messages in our body. We learn how to practice self-reflection so that we can ultimately find more about who we are, and so that we can learn how to create a life in line with that. It's powerful, and it's so needed in this day and age. We are consumed with worry and fear and chaos, and the world does feel really scary and unstable right now. And so we're coming together, powerful women coming together in circle to support each other, to encourage each other, to heal, to grow, to transform, because that's how we're going to make a difference in the world. You have gifts to share with the world, and maybe you're feeling a little unsure. Maybe you're feeling a transition or a big shift happening in your life, but you need a little support. We all do. We all need that support. We need to know we're not alone, and the Live Freely Circle gives that to you. You come together and share with a powerful group on what your struggles are and what your celebrations are, and we get empowered together so that we can share our gifts and have a greater impact in this world, because we need you. We need your gifts. We need women to step forward and be brave and use their voice and find their courage to make a difference in the world. And that's really what we're doing in the circle. So to find out more information and to save your spot, visit afreespiritlife.com, click on Live Freely Circle, and you can scroll to the bottom, read all the details. Briefly, I share every week a live coaching lesson and a Q&A session. So we connect with women from around the world in a private community online. But I really work hard to make it feel personal, to make it feel intimate, to make it feel like you know these people and you are deeply connected. And that's what's happening there. You also will receive weekly creative journaling prompts. You do not have to feel creative to do this. You don't have to have art experience. You don't even have to like journaling. This is about learning how to dive deeper and have fun with creativity. So we are going to be exploring the chakra system, and I'm going to explain what that means in a minute. We're going to ultimately be exploring our energy and how to make great shifts so that we can feel better, so that you can have more energy, so that you can feel grounded, clear, organized, that you have a clear direction on where to go next in your life. You'll also receive guided audio meditations and tips on starting or cultivating a more rich meditation practice. You get access to all of my past coaching videos, guided meditations, and mini courses that I've led throughout the last few years. So all that good stuff, like I said, just go to the website and click Live Freely Circle for details, and make sure to join us because we're starting this Monday. All right, my friends. So let's dive into the topic today. We are going to talk about 3 ways that we can feel more grounded, more connected, and more contentment in an unstable world. The world is feeling very chaotic. Your own family life might be feeling very chaotic. That's okay. We have chaos and we have peace. But how do we cope, especially during those challenging times when everything feels so unsure, unstable, and ungrounded and disconnected and discontent? That's what I'm sensing so much these days is we're all getting swallowed up by this dis-ease in life. And so there are ways that we can find more ease, more groundedness, more connection, and more contentment in our life. And it starts with you. So that's what we're going to talk about today. As I mentioned before, we were talking a little bit about energy, and the chakras, or sometimes people call them chakras, is an energy. It's a system within your body. There are pathways where your prana, your life force, your energy is traveling through these pathways, and they crisscross at different locations within the body that create these energy centers. And those energy centers are called chakras. And there are 7 main chakras in the body, and each spot in the body, each chakra, has symbolism. So an example, the root chakra, which is at the base of the spine, that has to do with the color that symbolizes this chakra is red. And that root system, that root chakra, has to do with survival. It has to do with whether you feel safe or not in the world. It's about your needs, your physical needs being met. And so as you move up the chakra system, each one symbolizes something else. Could be creativity, could be gratitude or compassion or an open heart or a closed heart. And these chakras get blocked. There are parts in us that get blocked, and we overcompensate in others. And so using the power of creative journaling, of affirmation. So an example in the root chakra, if you are feeling insecure in your life, maybe some financial troubles or always worrying about money, there may be something in your root chakra that needs to be rebalanced. It needs to be opened in some way. And so in the circle, we'll be exploring that through journaling, where we'll practice playing with paint and colored pencils and swirling around the color reds. And we're going to play with the red color. And we're going to play with affirmations about the root system or the root chakra, like I am safe, or it's safe to be me. And that might sound a little cheesy, but it's truly powerful inner work that helps you feel more stable, more grounded, and stronger. And when you're connected to your inner power, your inner strength, you stand taller, you exude more powerful energy, and it reshifts what's going on out in your life, because your thoughts, your feelings, the way that you carry yourself in the world, they're all connected. And so that's why we're exploring the chakras in the circle the next 2 months, in October and November, because learning about the chakras and where you tend to feel blocked is going to help you learn about you. It's going to help you learn about your natural tendencies, and it's going to help you learn how to open them up so that you feel more alive, that you feel more energized, and that you feel more you, that you feel more connected to who you are so that you can be who you are. I think that's why so many of us feel disconnected in our life. We're constantly inundated with information. We're on our phones all the time. We're Googling answers. We're reading the news. We're getting so spun out of control, and consumed by the chaos. And there's always going to be a sense of chaos, but how do you choose to step into it? How do you choose to step out of it? What are your ways to detox and reconnect and reground? For me, there are 3 ways that are invaluable on our path to living more mindfully, to living with intention, to living with a sense of connection to a deeper purpose. And that is creativity, learning the art of self-care and relaxation, and practicing awareness. When you allow yourself to explore your creativity, you are allowing yourself to be more present. You're allowing yourself to slow down. You're allowing your mind to stop chatting at you, to stop being so negative. And it does take practice because for most of us, we've been socially conditioned to believe that we're not creative, that we're not artists, that other people were born with that talent, but we don't have it. And we go to school and we learn that this is the way you do things. You color in the lines, grass is colored green, the sky is blue, and the sun is yellow. And we get stuck. We get stuck in that mindset that this is the way things are. And that keeps you feeling trapped in your life because you end up carving a path on shoulds. This is how I should be. This is how they told me I need to be. This is what I need to do to be socially acceptable or to fit in or to stay up with my neighbors. But when you allow yourself to make something, anything, to be creative, to stay curious and to problem solve and to explore a new way of doing something, a new way of putting something together, whether it's a recipe that you're cooking for dinner that you just make up, or like I said, going down a different road and stopping along the way to take some pictures, or it's putting down the color red and painting with an old toothbrush or with your fingers or with a stick, or kicking off your shoes and dancing to the music. It's this ability to find harmony, to allow yourself to be here in this moment and to detach from your fear, from your regrets, from your overthinking. So a big part of learning to trust, listen to, and follow your heart is about stepping into the flow of the creative process, because that brings you closer to your intuition. I believe that creativity is the gateway to your intuition. And when you allow yourself to do that, you automatically are living more authentically, because it's like exercising your creative muscle. The more you do it, the more you face the fear of the blank page or the fear of doing something new, you allow yourself to get braver. Because with each new fear you face, you realize, wow, that really wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And wow, not only was it not so bad, it was freaking awesome, right? I mean, it's like how we were with our paddle boats. Sure, that may not be considered a creative activity, but it definitely made me face a fear. It definitely gave me a new perspective on life. It definitely was something I was hesitant about because I thought it was going to be scary and I thought it was going to be a lot harder. And that's why people stay away from doing creative things, because they don't know how to do it. They have that old way of believing that the grass has to be green. I have to color in the lines. I have to actually know how to draw to be considered creative, which is all not true. Being creative is to feel alive. It's to look at your life with new thoughts and a fresh perspective and an openness. It's about being open to what is and stop attaching to these expectations that make you feel stuck and trapped in your life. So, how do we stay more grounded, connected, and content in this crazy, chaotic world? Practice detachment and allow yourself to create for the fun of it. Another way that we do this, allow yourself to relax. Stop pushing so hard until you crash every single day. You must allow yourself the opportunity to relax, whether it's through a yoga class, taking a hot bath, walking, whatever your form of relaxation is, as long as it allows you to rest, to slow down, to let your mind stop pushing you in overdrive and let your heart express itself. And that is what creativity does. When you allow yourself to play, you are in a relaxed state. So they're all connected. They're all connected. And when you do this, you're more able to fulfill your dreams because you know what they are. You know what they are. You're not stuck in that push, do, overwhelm. When you allow yourself to create without attaching to the outcome, and you allow yourself a moment of relaxation. And then what's vitally important is cultivating the art of awareness in your life, understanding that you don't have to be fixed, that there's nothing wrong with you. But as you continue to gain greater awareness through creativity, through relaxation, and through having a daily self-care ritual, you will discover and reconnect to not only your true nature, but to what is important in life. Because life is good, life is beautiful, but we lose sight of it because we get swept away by the demands of life, by doing too much, and the fear inside of us that keeps us from taking risk, that keeps us from being who we are. Okay? So that's, you're going to hear me say it over and over again, but it is so invaluable. You must make space in your life for creativity, to relax, and to stop attaching to this idea that your life has to be in a certain way, that it has to be like everyone else's. Because no, you're limiting yourself then and you're stuck. You're creating your own trap. Okay, so I get it. I am so busy too. I have 3 kids. You hear me talk about that a lot. You know, I have a dog. I run my own business. I stay at home with my kids. I work from home. It can be extremely overwhelming. And so I understand when someone tells me, oh, just, make space for creativity. Go ahead, kick up your feet, relax, and gain a greater sense of awareness in your life. That all sounds like garbage to me. Listen to that. I have kids screaming in the background right now. It really can feel so unattainable. So, Shannon, give me some attainable goals today. And that's what I'm going to leave you with, because this is all great to soak in. But what can you do in your life right now? Because I'm sure you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed in your life. If you're not right now today, you do at some point in your day. So one practical tip that can help you do everything that we're talking about, which is feel more grounded, connected, and content, is to start a journaling practice. I'm sure you've heard about journaling. You've probably tried it to journal. You probably even think, I can't stand journaling. But I want you to give it a try. Something amazing happens when you write your thoughts on paper. It's a very powerful experience. Those random thoughts and the negative patterns and habits that we tend to carry and not even pay attention to, they suddenly have a place to go. And that helps make room for creativity in your life when you can just give those thoughts a place to go. Journaling helps bring your inner dreams one step closer to reality, because when you're writing things down, it brings clarity and a peace of mind. Journaling brings a greater balance to your creative life so that you can feel more clear. So you might be new to journaling. You've probably, some of you have been writing for years, but haven't done it. For me personally, I used to write in my journal quite often, and I don't do it as often anymore, but I still turn to it when I feel a little cloudy, when I'm feeling confused, or just want to get some thoughts out on paper that are just stirring in my mind. That's when I turn to a journal. So when you're about to journal, start by being kind to yourself. Find a journal that you like writing in. Get a pen that flows, that you like to write with, because if you feel like it's stuck, or it's not a fun pen. I like to write with bold. In fact, I'll just share in the show notes. If you go to afreespiritlife.com and go to episode 6, I will share some suggestions on journals and pens that I like to write with, because that just makes journaling more fun to begin with. Write from a place of love and no right ways. Okay. So there's absolutely no right way to do a journaling practice. Be honest with yourself. So make sure that when you're writing in your journal that you can be honest, and you might want to keep it in a place where you know for sure that no one's going to read it. So then you don't have to worry about what you're writing. Sometimes you'll get stuck and no words will come to your mind as you put that pen to paper. So let yourself relax and keep your pen moving. So this is a tip that I learned from a writer friend of mine. When you feel stuck and there aren't words coming out, move your pen in a doodle. Draw shapes or lines or random words or spirals, and just let your pen spiral and spiral and spiral and draw on your paper until your thoughts begin to flow. Trust the process of journaling. Your mind might tell you that you're not doing it right, that this is stupid and a waste of time. Maybe it's saying you've done journaling before, it's not working for you. Ignore those negative thoughts and try. Keep journaling. Quiet your mind. Keep trusting. Magic happens when you can trust and not worry about what the outcome will be. We are meant to live in harmony and peace. Disharmony happens when our mind, body, and spirit are not in alignment. I'm going to give you some journal prompts that will help you explore the areas of your life that are going well and the areas of your life that need some tender care or healing. Trust your heart and let your intuition guide you as you use these journal prompts today. A moment or two of stillness every day goes a long way. Sitting quietly helps you stay grounded and centered. So when you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, you can tap into that inner quiet that is there always. So the questions to ask yourself: do I need to slow down? What keeps me busy? What thoughts do I tend to think over and over? Are there things I can let go of to make space for a moment of stillness or quiet or relaxation in my life? Before I go any further, I also want to let you know that I have a free Making Room for Creativity toolkit on my website. When you sign up for my mailing list, you will automatically receive that. And it has these questions in there. So you don't have to worry about writing anything down right now. Just go to the website, subscribe to my mailing list, and you'll receive the journal prompts there. Okay, that way you'll also get a guided meditation for stillness. You get a welcome video and just some other inspiration that talks more about this topic. Okay, these journaling prompts are about relaxation and ways to soften your body. Taking time to connect to your body helps you learn what it's trying to tell you. So often, your body is sending you signals like a headache or a dull pain in your low back. And when you make time to observe how you physically feel, you can learn that there are connections between what you're thinking and what you're feeling. So as you continue your moment of stillness, you can even close your eyes, take a few deep breaths in and out. As you smile and soften, then you can begin. And you'll write about whatever comes up for you. Questions to think about. How do I feel? Where do I carry tension in my body? What can I do to take care of my body? What kind of movement or exercise do I enjoy most? And what do I need most in this moment to slow down or to feel relaxed? Self-care is an important practice, and journaling is a form of self-care to open your heart. Taking care of yourself each and every day helps you feel healthy, happy, and more balanced. When you focus first on meeting your own needs, you are better able to care for the needs of those around you. Use these next journaling prompts to observe your own inner life and the areas of need and to celebrate areas of balance and joy. Questions to consider. What is going really well in my life right now? What are some things that aren't working as well? What is the biggest reoccurring problem or challenge in my life right now? What are a few of my greatest fears? What am I most grateful for in this moment? And what are my greatest gifts and celebrations? So there you go. There are some prompts to get you started, to get your pen to your paper, to get you out of your head and into your heart, and to help you feel more grounded, connected to who you are, to what's going on inside your mind, inside your heart, and to help you feel a sense of connection and contentment, that where you are in this moment is right where you need to be. So detach from the outcome. Allow yourself to be creative, to be more playful, to relax. And you will start to gain a greater awareness of how to prioritize your life, how to simplify your life, and to how to listen to those messages within you that's guiding you in a new direction. So, my friend, don't overburden yourself today. Allow yourself to move a little slower, to breathe a little deeper, to soften, to smile, and to remember that this moment is a fresh, clean slate. There's never been a moment like this moment right now. How will you use it? How will you move forward? How will you walk towards your light today and be of service to those around you without overburdening, overtaxing, and overwhelming yourself? Okay. That's a lot of overs. I know it was quite a bit of a ramble today, but you know what? This is my real life. This is where I'm at in my life. This is what I need. And I hope that there's some goodness in all of this that is speaking true for you as well. Let me know. Email me, Shannon@afreespiritlife.com. Let me know what you're doing in your own life to take better care of yourself. And if you could stop by iTunes, and leave a review and rate the show, I will enter you to win from the list of prizes that we continue to give away for our launch. So make sure to let me know that you left a review, and you will be entered to win from all of our great prizes. You can find out all those details on our website of freespiritlife.com. Thanks so much again for listening and for sharing the show, and I will see you next week.